get this straight, darling. You got tape on your vehicle window. The window is cracked, like your priorities, like your face is about to be. You got a dent in the back, it's leaning to the left. Your phone cracked, and you are going to take out more money when you said it's for your daughter's college fund to get this man out of jail just so you can get your back blown out. And then you find out that the auntie was really a girlfriend, and your response to that is, that's weird. Welcome back to my channel. Saz here. Season finale, y'all. This should be the series finale. Love during lockup just ain't hitting, okay? It ain't hitting like it should. Now, on the scale of 1 to 5, y'all rate this season. I'm going to give it a solid 2. A solid 2. Stop right what you're doing. Put in the comments. Give me your rating. 1 to 5. 1 being the least, 5 being the fantastic. That's what you do. Who we gonna talk about first? Let's talk about Letitia and Keith. Let's just jump into it, okay? Letitia's still in her bra, all right? That's not a top, that's a bra. And as we know, the auntie done snitched to Keith about that ring looking real expensive. So Letitia was like, yeah, I got a phone call from Keith. And the auntie was like, yeah, I know what he got to say. And she was like, why did you go back and tell him? And she said, listen. The auntie said, listen, I know that you're extra and you're the wife and all that, but that's my nephew, okay? We blood in the mud, okay? I'm going to tell him everything. If you don't want your business out, don't tell me. All right? I'm looking out for him, and ain't too much you can do about it. And then Letitia says that this particular aunt is on all of the finances. She has access to their bank account. Why? Why does his auntie have access to your money? The aunt was like, listen, I'm just here to observe. And if I need to tell my nephew something, he gonna be told. That's that on that. So Letitia is like, you know what? We're taking her off of all the accounts. And then we don't see Letitia and Keith no more. That's it. That was that. Let's move on. Savannah and Jake. Savannah's in her car. She got on a veil. She got on her wedding dress. She got on a jean jacket. She done went down there to good old Kroger's and bought her some clearance flowers. And she said, you know what, even though he has told me this whole time that he ain't gonna marry me, I'm gonna go down there to that prison and I'm gonna hand him some paperwork and say, we's gonna get married now. So she goes down there. She presents paperwork for him to sign so they can get married in prison, and she got her face good and cracked. She gets in her car and she says, you know what, I shouldn't have forced it. He said that he didn't want to marry me, but I thought that if I went ahead and went down there and made a fool out of myself, he'll change his mind. Savannah and Jake had no business on this show. Please don't bring them back ever again. I don't care if he gets out tomorrow. Don't bring them back. So Jake calls and says, you know what? I cannot believe you come down here in this prison with the wedding dress and hand me some marriage papers and you thought I was going to sign them. You know what? I like that. Okay? I like that you thought enough of me that you embarrassed yourself like that. I like that. I like the sentiment. I mean, I ain't going to marry you. And when I get out of prison, I'm still going to blow somebody's back out, but it was cute. You go ahead and you try your best to get me out of prison early. That's what you do. Love you, boo. I don't want to see Savannah back on my screen. Jade and Chris, y'all, this video ain't gonna be long. Jade and Chris, she at the beach and she done been with this man for 7 years. How long they been married? For 3 years or whatever. This whole time, you know, Chris is clingy. Chris is obsessive. He calls my phone 50 times in 10 minutes. He wanna know where I'm at, what I'm doing, who I'm with. But then all of a sudden she finds out that, listen, your name ain't on nothing. Not on the house, not on the car, not on the four-wheeler, not on the camper, nothing. My name is on everything. So if me and you break up, you ain't gonna have nada. So then she thought about it. She questioned him about it. After all this time, then it was the perfect time on TV to say, listen, I've been real nervous, okay? You can get out of prison and tell me to get out and I won't have nowhere to go. Honey, Jade, that's not how that works. So then he's like, oh, so you want a divorce? This whole scene was fake. Fake, 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 fake. So then she gives him an ultimatum. Either we get a will drawn up or post-nuptial. If not, I gotta protect myself. So then out of the blue, strong face, hard face Chris caves and says, you know what, I don't want to lose you as a wife. So what I'm going to do is draw up the papers. They act like these people are not in prison. They can draw up papers. They can send flowers, teddy grabs. They can do their taxes. They can pay their mortgages. I looked at that scene and I said, don't believe it. Child, that's Jade and Chris. See why I gave it a solid 2? Ain't nothing happening. Now, the best part of the episode was Andy and Brittany. And I'll tell you why it was the best episode. Because, see, Andy's children was talking shit behind him, behind his back. That was funny. So we have Andy. He's getting ready for Brittany to be released. Okay. And his son is there. He tells his son about the Brittany fund. Brittany ain't even stepped out of that prison. And she already got $1,200 waiting on her. So Andy tells the son, yeah, I'm going to give her $1,200. You know, she ain't got none, but this is starting money. You know, to get her on her feet. Okay? Because she can't be coming out of prison with nothing. So the son looking at his dad like he got 2 heads. And he said, why are you giving this woman $1,200 cash when you know this woman had a drug addiction? See, why the kids always making sense? Other than us seeing pictures of Andy in a cop uniform, I'm going to need proof that he's a cop. Because it ain't no way that you can tell me that this man was a cop. He was one of those slow cops. The boy made exactly, why would you do that? And so here's Andy. Well, I have to believe that she's been sober for 2 years, and, I have to believe that she will stay on the straight and narrow. This is the woman I'm going to be with for the rest of my life. Shut the entire F up. She did a whole 360 when she found out that you was a part-time father. She judged you, even though, where are her children at? So Andy's son said, oh, I need to call my sisters. Hey, what are you doing? Our dad's an idiot. That's how the conversation went. So he called his sister. And he said, do you know Dad is going to give Brittany $1,200? She said, what? $1,200? He barely gave us $2. And she said, this Brittany is a drug addict. Why are you going to give her that type of money? She can just take it and run off. So they laughing at the father. They're both making sense. So he's like, you think that they're going to get married? And she was like, Lord, no. She was like, they ain't going to get married. And she was like, if they do get married, it ain't going to last long. Ding, ding, ding. Because, see, apparently, Andy and Brittany are already broken up. That's the word on the curb. Y'all let me know. So it's time to go to the prison. It's Brittany's son's birthday. He done got some balloons and a cake. And so they go to the hotel. They meet up with Brittany's daughter, okay? She's going to be there when she gets released. And Andy says that he's nervous. Oof. They're going to be on the next season of Love After Lockup. They better bring something better than what they brought on Love During Lockup. Let's move on. Brittany and Karak. He be gone, y'all. He be gone on home. It's time to have a visit with Karak. She's in her car. Brittany's upset. Brittany tells Karak, said, listen, EB, he's all up in our business. Okay? Now, it has been confirmed by Karak and Brittany that EB is a he. So I can say he. So Brittany says, listen, EB is all up in my business, all up in your business. I don't like it. Okay? I'm done with it. He ain't got no business in our business. So Karak said, man, that's my boy. He just looking out for me. It's all good. Now, you all said, now I thought that y'all said that EB wanted Brittany. But then you all said no. EB wants Karak. I beg to differ. I beg to differ. Why would EB want Karak? And furthermore, Karak wouldn't want EB. Karak wants a feminine woman. So you mean to tell me that EB wants a stud? Now listen, I don't know about the stud lesbian culture. But studs like studs, I thought studs like feminine women. Child, y'all let me know. Let's have some fun. Alexa, what's a stud?
As a noun, stud is usually defined as a boss, knob, nailhead, or other protuberance projecting from a surface or part, especially as an ornament. As a verb, stud is usually defined as to set with or as if with studs, bosses, or the like. As an adjective, stud is usually defined as ornamented with rivets, nailheads, or other button-like. usually metallic objects. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for stud.
No, thank you. So, Brittany talks to and so Brittany said, listen, I'm not going to talk to Carla, okay? Carla done said that you was in a fight. You done said that you wasn't in a fight. She said, I'm done. She said, I'm not asking her anything else about you. She said, the only one I'm going to ask for advice or questioning is the Lord. That's what Brittany said. Brittany said, I'm going to ask the Lord today. That's what she said. She done gave it up to Jesus. So Karak said, listen, EB ain't no problem, just looking out for me. Don't worry about it. It's you and me made two. It's all good. And then while they trying to have a conversation, the phone cut off. Brittany is stressed. Brittany was like, I didn't even get to say I love you. Y'all, I need to go to Richmond. Y'all, that's just a hop, skip, and a jump from where I live. Brittany! Karak! Y'all want to grab some lunch? Let's meet up, child. So, Brittany wants to have a child. And she wants to have a child with Karak. And of course, that's not possible per se, okay? The traditional way. So she goes to an IVF specialist, and the IVF is listening her out. And so Brittany says, listen, okay, all right, I want to carry the baby. My soon-to-be husband is transgendered. How we gonna make this happen? So the doctor, so Karak calls, the doctor gets on the phone, and so the doctor said, listen, the first thing you're gonna have to do is stop your hormonal treatment. And so Karak said, I'm sorry, I do what? Doctor said, you're going to have to stop all that. Okay? All right? You're going to have to do this. And so Karak said, oh no, that's not even an option. I'm not going to stop my treatment. It just ain't going to happen. And so Brittany, she gets upset, and she was like, I want to carry your child. And he was like, Karak was like, listen, I know, but it has to be some, alternate methods, okay? We can adopt. It could be like other things that you can do. And the doctor says, well, you can't go to a sperm bank, all right? You could go to a sperm bank and, fertilize your eggs, freeze your eggs, or do whatever you need to do. But Brittany's whole thing is, no, I want to carry Karak's child. That was the whole point in all this, so. And plus, her family knows that Karak is transgender, but they are religious, they are conservative, and they're not down with it, okay? They love their daughter, but they're not too keen, on this, arrangement. So I guess that's how this is going to play out in the new season of Love After Lockup, because Karak and Brittany will also be on the new season. Let's move on. Last and most definitely least. Now, I know last week I said that I will not be discussing Asanta or Renika because of his untimely passing. With that, I am fully aware that Asanta was driving, and he was in a car wreck that injured 4 people in the other vehicles. I believe they were teenagers. It was not a high-speed chase, okay? According to the police, all right, Asanta was traveling at a high rate of speed. The officer turns on Asanta. The officer turns on the blue light. That is when the accident happened, okay? It was not a high-speed chase. It was Asanta speeding. There's a difference. The officer says that he was not fleeing from them, okay? Now, I'm going to talk about Renika and Asante for this episode because basically this is about Renika being foolish. So we find out that Asante talked to his auntie to get part of the money. The rest of the money, Renika had to go to Walmart to get a money order so she could put in the rest of the money. And she said she had to tap in to her daughter's college fund. While she's sitting there, she's talking to said auntie. The auntie talking about cooking dinner and, thank you for keeping me up to date. And so Renika was like, you his auntie, right? So the woman said, who? Who? She said, no, I'm his girlfriend. Now, pause. Asante's funeral is today in the obituary, okay? Renika's name ain't nowhere in that obituary. And allegedly, Asante has a baby on the way from some girl named Alexis who is 5 months pregnant. Is this the same woman? Because if it is 5 months, so Renika getting this outrageous, shocking news. Renika sits there and says, wow, that's weird. That's your reaction? Oh, y'all lucky. Oh, you lucky. Because I know you're in mourning, Renika. So she says, oh, well, I'm not going to think about that right now. I'm just waiting for him to get out. And, probably just one of his women that he got money for in prison. Renika, did you ever think, darling, that he was saying the same thing to this girl about you? See, this girl is thinking that you are an auntie. Because the girl was like, wow, what's the problem? What's going on here? Asante just going around lying. Rest in peace. And that's your reaction. Child. So then Asante gets out. There was this awkward meeting. Just foolish. Okay, just foolish. And so they get out. He gets out. Kissy, kissy, huggy, huggy. And that's it, y'all. They also will be on the new season of Love After Lockup. I will not. I thought about it, y'all. I will not be discussing it. Alright? And that's it. Don't forget to put what y'all think about this 1 to 5. Okay? 1 being terrible, 5 being fantastic, solid 2 for me. To my new subscribers, welcome to the family. Welcome to the family, and y'all know what to do. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, friends, bye.